Y'all, we finna get into this. This is very impromptu. I didn't even think I was gonna get on here to talk about this thing right here. Let's get into it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture just to see how those incidents affect our daily lives. Listen. I don't know what Danny Glover and them got going on over there. I know he's not doing Atlanta no more. But Lord have mercy, mercy have Lord. Him and what's her name? Karen Joseph Addock. Hold up. No. That's not her. Yeah, that's her. We got Malia Obama as a staff writer. Baby. Y'all, let me tell y'all what I'm talking about. I'm just rambling. I am watching Swarm, which is on Amazon Prime. You see it scrolling down at the bottom. It's a 7-episode series. Listen, here's the tagline that they have for it. A young woman with an obsession with a pop star takes a dark turn. And the lead actress in this series is a young lady named Dominique Fishback. Baby, when I tell you it takes a dark turn, it takes a dark turn. Now, I don't want to go over play by play or anything like that. I'm going to give you some overalls. This is episode 1 through 3 because I'm getting ready to watch 4 through 7, and then I'll give you my whole final thoughts on this whole series, y'all. Everybody dying. Everybody dying. Dominique taking them all out. Baby, we got this young lady. It is because when I first saw it, the way she was interacting now, let me tell you about Dominique. Now, Dominique's character is Dre. I think it's short for Andrea. Her and Marissa are roommates. Now, Marissa is played by Chloe Bailey. Now, baby, the episode comes on. This is episode 1. Let me give you the episode names, the first 3 episodes that I'm going to be reviewing. I got my IMDb up, child. So the first episode is called Stung. The second episode is called Honey. And the third episode is called Taste. Now, the tags for the first episode is Dre plans a birthday surprise for her sister. Episode 2, Honey, says Dre starts a new job in Tennessee. And number 3, it says Dre takes a road trip. First episode, Stung. Dre is living with Marissa. Now, I was a little confused because they said it was her sister, but I'm not really sure, but I'll tell you why I'm not sure. So as the episode comes on, we see Dre, who's played by Dominique Fishback. She is on the computer trying to get her some tickets from this pop. I think her name is Nisha, whatever her name is. But anyway, it's like how people show out with Beyonce. This star has that Beyonce level effect on folks. And, the tickets are sky high. Baby Dre just went and got her a Discover card, honey, and she is going to buy these tickets. She gets up there, and those tickets are $1,300 a piece. $1,300 a piece. She broke that Discover card in real good. She buys those tickets, and she is going to surprise her roommate Marissa. Child, she goes out her door. She walks over to Marissa's room, who's being played by Chloe Bailey. Baby, Marissa is getting her back blown out by her boyfriend, who is played by Damson Idris. And baby, the door is literally open. And what is Damson's his character's name? because I like to get their names while they Khalid. Khalid and Dre lock eyes, and I mean, he in there just uh, told a whole bed frame up over there with Marissa, and Dre is just standing there, and I'm like, girl, why are you just standing there looking? Move. Chloe don't. I mean, excuse me. Marissa sees nothing. It's just Khalid and Dre. They just lock eyes like this, and so she ends up going back into the room in her room, and then I guess she goes to the store. She goes to the corner store. She gets some food and stuff. She has a little confrontation with the lady at the corner store. She comes back, and Khalid and Marissa are post coitus. They hungry now. She brings in food, and Khalid is just a little creepy to me as well because now he's flirting with Dre. He's flirting with her. He's supposed to be going with Marissa, but he's flirting with Dre. Dre is very awkward. She's an awkward type child. Also, she seems to be obsessive. She seems to be um closed and sheltered. And what I mean by that, she just doesn't, she has created this world for her and Marissa. They have bonded. They are you know how there is a word that they call it when a baby animal starts to view you as their mother. There's that word that they call that. That's what she's done with Marissa. And we see that Marissa has had some issues and some problems. We see that Marissa's arms have the scars that she had attempted a suicide. We see that. We also see that she is very uh hypersensitive. Marissa is. Everything is visceral and skin, and right there on her skin, all of her emotions and everything. She's very hypersensitive, very hyper aware, and Dre is attracted to that. uh is more than a sisterly, it's a very deep a sisterly girlfriendy type bond. It's just like there doesn't seem to be any sex involved, but the intensity there is you can feel it. There's an intensity between Marissa and Dre. So let's get into it. Marissa is very into Dre. Marissa is into Khalid. She loves Khalid. She wants to be with Khalid. That's her man. That's her boo. So Marissa had this gig that she wanted to do because she does makeup, and she has little gigs and things like that she can do someone's makeup. She's really good in doing makeup. She asked Dre to cover for her in the mall at the little t-shirt kiosk. Dre says that she would. So uh because this is what pisses me off. So Dre says that she would cover for Marissa. She goes, she covers, she's doing well. Who shows up? Khalid. He shows up because, again, you remember I told you earlier they locked eyes while she was in there having sex. And I guess he assumed that Dre wanted what he was giving Marissa. She's too awkward for that. So he's walking with her in the mall, convinces her to leave her station. She's walking in the mall with him and everything like that. She's not manning the store. She comes back from walking with Khalid, and the people done robbed the kiosk. And so she's having to call the boss of the kiosk, who was already wary of her taking over Marissa's shift. Baby, Marissa was mad as fire because she was like, "You have messed up everything for me. I asked you to do one thing and you can't do it. Da 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 this, da 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 that." Baby, Dre is so apologetic. "I'm so sorry. We could do this. I bought you tickets." She says, Marissa is packing her stuff up. Marissa's like, "Well, I'm since no one's going to be able to cover rent, I'm gonna have to go live with Khalid, or her and Khalid had talked about living together with each other. And oh, Dre was upset. She was crying. She didn't know what to do. So what's her name? Marissa left. Dre put on her clothes and went to the club. Baby, she done found some guy. She ends up going back to home with him. Now I can't tell whether or not they had sex. I'm assuming that they did, because he comes back to the, he comes back to the bed with strawberries and his berries just all everywhere. And jeez. I wasn't ready for this show. I really wasn't ready for this show, but I didn't know I needed to be ready for this show. So Dre excuses herself. She goes into the bathroom. She sees that her phone is dead. So she kind of plugs her phone up, in them little 5 seconds or whatever, so that her phone would charge. Baby, when she looks at her phone, she sees Marissa has texted her like bunches of messages, telling her that Colin had broken up with her. She needed her. She needed her. She needed her. Please, please, please. She didn't know what to do. Da 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 this, da 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 that. Oh, let me go back. I neglected to tell you, not only did when Marissa told Dre that she was going to move out, Dre told her that, hey, Colin came over and he's been trying to seduce me. He's been trying to talk to me. He's bad for you. You don't need to be bothered with him. So that's what really sent her out. So Marissa text all these texts. You were right. I should have listened to you. I'm sorry. This, that, and the third. So Dre is like, oh, let me go home. Let me go home. Let me talk to Marissa. So Marissa is laying on the bed. So Dre jumps on the bed and she's kind of snuggles with her. And then she noticed that, Marissa doesn't move. Child, she turns Marissa over, honey. And Marissa don't even look like she there. Marissa wasn't even there. She takes her to the hospital, and it, ends up Marissa has unalived herself. Dre goes to the funeral. Her family tells Marissa's family says, we don't want you here. And that's where the part was confusing, because if they were sisters, why wouldn't they want the sister there? And she was saying, well, the family said that they don't want you here. They just want to be able to bury their daughter in peace. So I don't know exactly what that was, but that sent Dre to another stratosphere. That sent Dre over, baby. Now I got to figure out. She started killing. I know she killed Dre. And who else did she kill that night? She killed somebody else that night. So after she killed Dre. We're going into episode 2. And now she is a stripper. A bad one. She's an awful stripper. She is stripping, but there's a couple of people who she looks forward to seeing. So she befriends one of the strippers there. That stripper's boyfriend. Anyway, that stripper's boyfriend was cutting up, acting a fool. Dre ends up killing the boyfriend. The stripper is all excited. I guess she thinks that they're Thelma and Louise. Oh, they're gonna run off to Mexico and do all that other stuff. Dre was so irritated with her. While they were digging his grave, she shot that woman and dropped her in the grave and moved on to different pastures. She's back at the strip club and she's doing much better stripping. So the girls back in the back say, hey, we've got this gig we want to go to, and you're the one with the car. So if you'll drive us, we go to this gig. And then the one stripper is telling everybody the thing. If they want to get between your legs, you need to charge them $1,000. All of these different stuff. So all those strippers are out here with all those men doing all kinds of stuff, but Dre is just not feeling it. Dre is just sitting down watching. So then she goes into a back room. When she goes into the back room, one of the Johns out there in the thing, he comes back. He's like, well, I'm not like those guys. I don't like to do all of that stuff. But, he wants to self-please himself while she's eating. and he wants her to bite the food. So I guess as she's eating, that turns him on. Child, a mess. I just wasn't ready for all of that. But it was funny. So then one of the strippers comes back to the back because I guess she saw her come back to the back room. She was like, "Oh, I knew you was just some little freaky. You do some of that freaky stuff." So the gig is over. They're coming back. They're going back home. Well, Dre's car gets a flat. And because Dre's car gets a flat, they don't have any way to get back home. There's a spare tire. I don't remember why Dre didn't want the girl to go to the trunk because she knew how to do the spare tire. And she was like, no, 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 you can't get into the trunk. And then one of the girls says, well, what's wrong? You got a dead body in the back. And Dre is just looking crazy. Meanwhile, this tow truck comes up and it ends up to being one of the guys that Dre likes to perform for at the club because I guess he spends the money. So the guy convinces the girls, hey, if you come to my house, I can fix your car and fix your stuff for you. All of that transpires. I don't know exactly what happened because I was in and out, but Dre got it in her head that she was gonna kill him. So she's standing at the in the bathroom in front of the shower curtain waiting for Dre to come out. And I mean, she's got her little stand, she's got her cast iron skillet. Well, Dre is not in the shower yet. I guess he's got one of them showers that got to heat up. So he comes into the bathroom. He says, "What the hell are you doing?" Baby, she clunked him on his head. Baby, they got to tussling and messed around that the John got the best of Dre. Tonk, that was his name, Tonk. Tonk got the best of Dre and he was strangling her. And baby, she was almost out. Her lights was almost out. And then the other girls came in and they started beating him up to get her to help try to get him off of her. And then one of the strippers had a gun and shot old Tonk. Baby shot him dead down to the bathroom floor. Dre is so shook. She gets up and she says, I got to go get some water. I got to go do something she said she had to do. Baby, all them strippers is in there trying to figure out, oh my gosh, I done killed somebody. What are we going to do? And they like, well, pick up the gun and we going to go. We just going to leave. Baby, they went to the door and Dre has pulled off, honey. She left them strippers at the house. And she drives off. She leaves them there. Child. At this point, I'm screaming. Because I'm like, I don't know what I'm watching. This girl is just slowly deteriorating. But everything, she's on this chat room. She keeps looking at a video. It looks like an Instagram video of Marissa, and it's like she is living in that video. She's got some because her other people, they're how like Nicki Minaj's fans base, how they will swarm. Maybe that's why he called it swarm. But you know how they will like attack people and stuff like that. If someone says something about their fave, they start attacking people. And that's what was happening. Anybody that had a bad word to say about this Beyonce-esque celebrity, baby, they would Nyjah. That's her name, Nyjah. Nyjah is the Beyonce-esque celebrity. Anytime anybody had something to say negative about her, Dre goes and kills them. Baby. But this third episode, so she is on this killing spree. She has degenerated down to, you can't say nothing bad about Nyjah at all. If you do, I'm going to kill you. So she was on her way to off this woman who said something about Nyjah being cultish or something like that. The people are in a cult or something like that. She was on her way to bip her head. And while she was in the elevator, she noticed that there was a guy who worked in the production thing for Nyjah. He was like an equipment thing or a sound master or something. So that took her attention away from killing this woman, and she goes to his house. She's breaking into his house. He sees her breaking into the window, and for some reason he kind of took a shining to her. He liked her a little bit. They in there eating food, obsessing over food and all kinds of crazy stuff. So he takes her to the concert. So she goes to the concert. She's kind of bored because she's sitting back there with him. So as she's walking, they're walking like backstage. She happens to see Nija's sister. And she's like, where are they going? What are they doing? Where are they going? So she's trying to follow them. He's trying to talk to her. So she puts him in the freezer of this hotel, of this concert venue, or wherever they are at. She puts him in the freezer. Baby, she ends up going down into the basement to the back room, and there's this big old party going on. And who happens to be there but her fave Nija? Baby, she is so struck, she don't know what to do. She is just, people are talking to her, and it's just like echoes. She just hears it, but she don't hear it. She's just walking, she's just doing all this kind of stuff, and then she ends up and she sees Nija. And I'm telling you, she looked like she was having an orgasm. Somebody had pushed some food in front of her, and it was like plums and cakes and candies and stuff like that. So she picks up this plum, and visually we see her eating this plum. She is just devouring this plum. Then we see this face or something kind of come toward her or something like that. And then the next thing you know, you hear this big loud gasp from everybody. Turns out that the girl that Dre done bit Nija. Dre is so mortified that she starts to run. And she starts to run away. And she runs out of the place. She finds her an exit, and she runs out the exit. And the guys, so there's two guys that are sitting in this near the exit. I guess they're taking their break. And then one of the guys says, "Ooh, you know who that looks like?" And he was like, "No." He was like, "I think that's that girl from Love and Basketball." If you know, you know. But if you don't, I'm going to tell you why that was so funny and why that's so significant. Because when Dre bit Nija, that was reminiscent of, there was a story. Tiffany Haddish told a story about how she is a true Beyonce fan. She is in the Beehive. And how she found out, she was at a party with Beyonce and a few other people. And she said that a famous actress had bit Beyonce in her face, and she was getting ready to fight her. And baby, the internet was trying to figure out who it was. Tiffany didn't say her name, but she alluded to the fact that it could be Sanaa Lathan. And who is Sanaa Lathan? She is that woman that played in Love and Basketball. Danny Glover, Malia Obama, and y'all ain't slick. Y'all out here just doing way too much. Way too much. But that's just my quick overview of those 3 episodes. I am going to watch 4 through 7, and I'm going to come back and sit. It may be later on today. It may be tomorrow. But if you're watching this, tell me what you think. Are you liking this show? Because this is giving me a little bit of when you have Atlanta withdrawals, this is kind of helping with that Atlanta withdrawal. I am I ain't in with all this killing and all these bodies that Dre is dropping. And I mean, she dropping bodies like, uh uh these new rap girlies doing EPs. I'm tickled, y'all. I am so tickled. But y'all, if you got Amazon Prime, watch this show. Chop it up down to things. Are you watching? What do you think about it? Is it go back over episodes 1 through 3. Drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think about this show. If you haven't, and if you heard my my little overview of these 3 episodes, would you like for me to continue? Let me know down here in the comments. Again, I'm Pamela. And this is Pam Entertainment TV. Please like, and subscribe if you will. If you subscribe, when you subscribe, not if, but when you subscribe, you will be there is a plethora of playlists of different shows that I have reviewed. I am currently reviewing Bel Air and The Mandalorian. All right, people. And as always, bye bye.